Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you how with just a little amount of product you can give yourself a simple and classic wedding makeup. There are loads of bridal makeup tutorials out there on YouTube. I didn't want to do another one. There are loads of tips and tricks that really work well. But what I noticed, most of them are overloaded with different products. I reduced the amount of products for that video and we have just 7 makeup products and 3 brushes, 10 overall. And I wanted to do that experiment myself because I just asked myself, do we really need that? Or everybody can do it just at home and have a beautiful wedding without spending too much money on that. I think the most important thing that I noticed about the bridal makeup is that it should look gentle, sophisticated, sexy but weightless at the same time. And good for the day, good for the night. So first I cleaned my face and I exfoliated. Then I used a moisturizer. Then I used a tissue to get rid of oiliness. Then I used one of my favorite foundations. It's light and mattifying. You can use any foundation that you like. Better if it's stable but not very thick. This one I love because it has some Photoshop effect. It's great for every day as well. And the good point is you don't need any brush to apply this. The next thing I apply is a concealer. I use MAC Prolonged Wear Concealer, a little bit lighter than my skin tone. It's covering pretty well, but it has a very thin layer. You can use a brush to blend it, or you can just use your fingers. I normally apply it under my eyes, around my nose, on my chin, by my lips. The next thing I'm taking is a pressed powder. This one is my favorite pressed powder, and I love it because the finish is as if you used a loose powder. And you can cake it on during the daytime, loads of times, and it won't look cakey. The next thing I'm using is a contouring powder and that very funny brush. I will leave the links on all the products that I use down below. So I contour under my chin, I apply some on my cheekbones, on the sides of my forehead, on the sides of my nose, a bit under my nose, and a bit by my hairline, so it would look uniform. Some girls with a thinner face, they might not want to contour at all, so they might just want to use some blush instead of that contouring powder. Then I'm taking my favorite palette. I bought 4 single eyeshadows from MAC and I created that palette myself. And I'm using that thin angled brush. So for my brows, I use one of the 4 eyeshadows. It is called Charcoal Brown. That's all I'm gonna use for my brows. Before you apply any darker eyeshadow, of course you have to prepare your lid. A powder is just a little bit less pigmented than the eyeshadow, but you definitely can use it as a base. So the next thing I'm taking is a blending eyeshadow brush. Now I need to prepare my lids for the darker eyeshadow. And I apply light grayish taupe eyeshadow, and with a circular motion I'm applying that color around the crease, and as you can see I blend it a little bit lower than the crease and a bit higher. Then you can take a darker color from your palette and apply it in the middle of what you just blended. Just take the smaller area closer to the crease. And I watch the outer corners because I don't want to drop the eyeshadow down. I keep it lifted. Then I'm taking same brush I used for the brows and I'm using dark gray matte color. So I'm making a thin line along my lashes and I'm making a flick on the outer corner, lifting the eyes. I also applied a thin line a little bit on the crease. I will blend it later. That will give me a deeper circuit look. Now as you can see I'm blending it with the same bigger brush. And I don't need to clean it because every time we are going to a darker and darker and darker color. If I wanted to add lighter colors then I would have to take another brush, so not to make it dirty. With a thinner brush I'm adding some shadows under my eyes, along the lower lashes. I don't make it too heavy and too precise. It will just help my lower lashes to look fluffier. Yes. All those 4 colors are matte, but if I apply just some shimmer on top of them, they won't be matte anymore. We can mix stuff and we can get a lot of stuff. Okay, let's say you think it's too dark. You can clean your middle brush with a tissue and then take some powder and blend the edges. Okay, then I'm taking a mascara. Just 1 coat of mascara is great. And of course, I think most of makeup artists nowadays use false eyelashes, especially for the bride's makeup. You can do that either if you have them, and if it's too complicated for that, don't overload yourself because it's not the most important thing. Even if you have pretty short lashes, don't cake on that mascara. Just apply 1 or 2 coats of the mascara, and that's gonna look beautiful anyways. Then I'm taking a lip pencil. My favorite lip pencil that you can see almost in every my video is Half Red by MAC, because it's darker than your lip color, but it's still kind of a lip color. You can choose how dark you want your lips to be. I can completely cover them with this pencil and make them dark. If I want them lighter, I can just apply some foundation in the middle of my lips, so they would look more nude. Then I can apply some powder on top, so they would stay there longer. And then of course I have some shimmer. The shimmer I have is a champagne color. The color is not very cool and it's not very warm. It's between gold and silver, so that gives the most natural shine. And I'm applying it in the places where I personally like to apply it. And for everybody it's different. If you have a tiny nose, you can apply it on the tip of your nose. I have a small chin, so I apply it on the chin. I apply it a little bit on the cheekbones, but not on the places where I'm usually puffy. And also in the inner corners of my eyes to give them some shine as well. It can also give me that beautiful shine on the lips if I apply it on the lips. You can put the powder and the lip pencil on your purse, because that's basically all you need. That's why I love this powder, because you can cake it on. It's not gonna look cakey. And the lip pencil, you kiss, you drink, you eat, you apply it again. You leave some on your husband's face, and then you apply it again. This is all I want to tell you today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you did try this makeup, please let me know how it was. And if you didn't meet your love, I'm pretty sure you will soon. Much love to you. Have a great wedding and